Hey everyone, this is Alice Cullen for Alice Starcraft 2, and today I'll be doing the game 2 between Hasu and DeMusliM. So, this is a best out of 3 series for Go for SC2. It's probably some sort of tournament or something, and Hasu fell to DeMusliM. So DeMusliM is now leading 1-0 in the series, and what happened was the map was Scrap Station, and DeMusliM pushed out with Marines, Marauders, and Medivacs through the mid passage with the destructible rocks. So, and basically just overpowered Hasu's forces of Stalkers, Zealots, and Immortals. So, we are going to be on game 2, and the map will be Desert Oasis, and we have Hasu spawning as the blue Protoss in the 6 o'clock position, and DeMusliM spawning as the purple Terran in the 12 o'clock position. So the probe for Hasu is going to go out scouting, and before that it's going to activate the Zelnaga tower because of that warp gate, and both players just complain of lag or something. But this is a replay, so there will be no lag, and my mouse just slipped then for some reason. And DeMusliM getting a very early gas before barracks, and also to note he's not alling in yet. Unless this SCV is probably going to build barracks there. Yeah, he's going to build barracks there. So he might be using a factory to complete the wall in there. However, this barracks won't be able to have any add-ons by being at the corner of the cliff. So the probe for Hasu does come in and he's starting to harass the barracks, and is being chased by DeMusliM's SCV. DeMusliM is sending more SCVs down to help destroy this probe that is scouting. That probe is, I think that probe saw the gas. No, the probe didn't see the gas, so this might spell a bit of trouble for Hasu, because he won't be expecting any sort of marauders or anything to come out, because he hasn't seen that tech lab or anything. So bunker going up for DeMusliM. Of course, the bunkers can be salvaged, so he might salvage that and add the factory on. So yeah, Hasu's gonna leave that probe there, and DeMusliM is gonna go start scouting with that SCV, and Hasu is just dot 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 dot. So there's probably some sort of lag going on, and more spectators leave. Of course, this is a replay, so there is no lag much. So Hasu is getting his second gateway, and cybernetics core is almost done with 2 gas, and DeMusliM is gonna scout into the base, and he's gonna be thinking, what the hell? He's only getting his first gateway up. So DeMusliM is going to, he might be thinking to himself, okay, this guy's weird. He's got a cybernetics core without a gateway, so he might be proxying me somewhere. And the first stalker comes out from up here, and DeMusliM is gonna notice that Hasu has built some structures up here. So Hasu is getting a stalker, so the 2-gate robo pretty much, and he's researching warp gate technology and building an extra pylon. And whilst we look at DeMusliM's base, he's getting a tech lab on his factory, or getting a starport. So the 111 build pretty much. As Husky likes to call it, it's the Destiny Fist build, or whatever you call it. Some sweet name like that. But I'm not Husky, and I prefer to call it the 111 build, even though it's pretty bland and not that fancy. So anyway, we'll have a look at the resources tab for both players. DeMusliM is, each player is on 28 supply, so both in harmony to each other, I guess, or in sync with supply. So first two siege tanks are being built, and one is about to finish, and siege tech not being researched. However, starport with the tech lab is up, so we might be seeing some banshees or something, because Desert Oasis is a very air friendly map. Meanwhile, DeMusliM had more income than Hasu because of that mule, but judging by this, both players are on the same income, except Hasu has a few more harvesters than DeMusliM. So as we look as this game progresses, I guess, DeMusliM is going to get that reactor on the barracks so he can spawn 2 Marines at a time. And Hasu sends his observer over to the base of DeMusliM. And he's going to see that starport, so he might be expecting Banshees or something because of that tech lab. However, just a Viking is going to come out for DeMusliM. And that observer is going to see that as well. However, the Viking won't see the observer because the observer is invisible, which is pretty obvious. So Hasu has 4 stalkers in his arsenal, and he's getting another observer and his first Colossus up. Colossi being the plural form. And Hasu is gonna start harassing that reactor, and that reactor is gonna go down because he has vision with the observer. So that's great play from Hasu there. The Marines and stuff can't see the units in time to attack. Not in time, sorry. They just can't see the units and can't be in range of the units. However, the first Raven is coming out has just come out for DeMusliM, so that will be able to detect the observers, and the Viking will be able to take the observer down pretty easily. And rebuilding that reactor for DeMusliM, so I'm surprised he hasn't gotten any add-ons for the 2 barracks as well. But in the factory he's training an extra siege tank, so he's gonna bring his army up to 4 siege tanks. However, these 4 stalkers could do some damage. They might even snipe down that Viking. However, they're just toying with DeMusliM basically. And Hasu, he's stealing the high yield expansion here. Well, not stealing, but he's taking the high yield expansion instead of his natural expansion. And he's got 2 gas up there already, and transferring some probes from the main, and also upgrading thermal lances for his Colossus. So that observer is just going to be sitting there doing something whilst we see DeMusliM's army start to move out and going to spot that observer, and the Vikings and Marines are going to quickly take it down, and DeMusliM's army is going to move out to the side. However, we have a flank attack here from Hasu, who's starting to shoot on that refinery. The refinery may as well go down to these stalkers because the army of DeMusliM can't get back there in time, and DeMusliM scans the area and manages to